Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel, but it's with us, Fetti and
What's up,
Lexii.
y'all? What's up?
Okay, y'all. So today I just want to talk about it because we were discussing this off of camera,
Yeah,
and I'm like, we need to show these people of what we talking about. So I hope y'all are living good and feeling good. But we getting straight into the topic. So today. You want to start, baby? Because you were saying it.
We was basically talking about how the early 2000s until like now, so the early 2000s when we had our cookouts. I'm talking about for our community, black community. We was much younger back then, especially if you were a 90s baby. Our cousins, our I say nephews, but older cousins, uncles, and everybody that we knew that had a select family that cook out all the time back then.
Excuse the noise in the background too, y'all. They're doing construction work.
Yeah, if y'all can hear that. But back then was a time to be alive. Back then, in the early 2000s, the music, the culture, one of Sister Part days. But what I'm trying to get back is, I have a question. Did y'all had a pitch in when it come down to hot dogs and burgers back then, or if your auntie, your cousin, anybody called, select few of people, she had anything on, he had everything, we had music, we had a good time. Only thing that they probably seen was bring popsicles or beer,
right? And I just want to butt
or liquor.
And I just want to butt in. So that's still bringing something, baby. See,
they wanted to bring it, not because they asked.
See, the debate is, I'm going to break it down. So the debate is pretty much, he was saying that back in the day, back in the early 2000s, nobody had to pitch in when you was invited to a house party. Not you drinking my water, babe.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were basically saying not everybody had to pitch in. When you went
nobody had a pitch in.
Yeah, so he basically saying nobody had a pitch in back in the early 2000s.
And if it did, it wasn't that deep. It was like a hamburger buns or something.
But that's still something. Okay, so the reason why we got into this topic is because we were saying how today's time is like more fake. You know what I'm saying? It ain't genuine no more like it used to be.
We barely even have cookouts.
Yeah, exactly. So like
some families do, and shout out to y'all.
So like it used to be in the early 2000s, I feel like in my predicament, from what I experienced and what I've seen, I feel like it was so much love back then. It was more genuine. People was ready to come together and have a great good time. You ain't had to really worry about nobody talking about you behind your back. They'll say it in your face and make jokes about it. You know what I'm saying?
And we'll keep it pushing.
But the reason why we got onto the bringing food situation, because he believes that because it was so genuine back in the early 2000s that nobody really had to bring nothing when you were invited to a party. And I disagree. And I'm going to tell you why I disagree. I disagree because if it's genuine, why would you not bring something to the party? So I'm asking you that, babe. Why would you not bring something to a party?
If it's genuine, why would, because at the end of the day, that was a different time and era for
okay.
One. Everybody had a little taste of money. We still was kind of like in the struggle, but food stamps was popping. People had a little taste of money. It was good paying jobs at that time. We was wearing baggy jeans at that time. We was young, so we seen our mothers and aunties chilling, looking good. Still look good to this day. But times have changed. Stuff got higher. Family got broken up. People start to realize the true selves in them when it come down to family. But it's petty stuff now. But what I'm trying to say is, now you have to bring everything. And you come to your cousin.
That is not true, babe.
They shit.
You pushing it. Where do you know that we've been invited to kind of recently that we had to bring everything?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you got to braid everything. They tell you to braid something, but they want you to braid everything. To be honest, can you braid bread? Can you braid? And if you don't, they look at you a certain way. Back then, won't like that.
But you said they had to bring hamburger buns and stuff back then. What's the difference with some bread in today's time? That's too much for them to ask for?
That was once in a lifetime back then.
That's how you feel. Because break down your situations. Because I know you was mentioning how you used to be with your family back in the early 2000s and you was going to cook out. So what was your experience? Did you see anybody bring something? The
only thing we had to bring was ice. And you didn't have to bring that. They brought that because they wanted to bring that.
Okay. So all you have
now,
to bring ice.
And all motherfuckers ask, can you bring this? Can you bring soda? Can you bring burgers and all this. So why you throwing a cookout? You got stuff in order.
But babe, you can't necessarily say that. Well, I can't tell you what you can say and what you can't
I get
say.
it. Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, in my opinion, babe, why would you not bring anything? If someone inviting you to a party and you know y'all about to have a blast, and they might not have something that you really want there for everybody to have. You know what I'm saying?
Yourself. Ask your cousin, so that y'all got this. Well, I'm gonna just bring that. All right, cool. But these days, the time you do that, they think you're acting funny. Now you think I'm being hypocritical. You just think I'm just over exaggerating. I don't think I'm over exaggerating. I'm telling you like a TIE is, like Bernie Mac said.
And I'm gonna just say this too. I don't think he's over exaggerating. I just think
I've been black a long time, so I know. I've been around my people.
You've been fine a long time too. Okay, but
I know how our people do. Go ahead.
Okay, and I know how our people do too. But what I'm trying to say is, back in the early 2000s, I do feel like they had to bring something. And even now,
what did you see?
Okay, so like certain things with my family, like if it was a birthday party for me or different stuff, now it's different because we had Cece's Pizza back in the day, so everybody used to
out most of the time.
Yeah, so everybody used to meet up there, so you didn't have to bring nothing, as long as you got money to pay for your buffet food. Now sometimes you didn't even have to pay for your buffet food because the people that's like my mom probably paid for everybody. So yeah, that's what my mom did when I had a birthday party. She paid for all the little girls' food. So I see what you're saying. You didn't have to, you know what I'm saying, dish in a lot. Mm-hmm. But in today's time, honey, it's different. Times have changed. So I see what you're saying.
Man, yeah, it changed. So, we need to get back to that one. More to the story of what we having this conversation on. We've been having dope conversations because, we missed it. It's still great times. Mm-hmm. We live in some weird, difficult times. Mm-hmm. But overall, on a positive note, it's still a great time. Mm-hmm. And the memories, we can redo it back. People be like, that's memories. No, you can redo it back for a lifetime.
But I understand what certain people be like, that's memories. But
it start with real love and genuine. No, fuck love. Anybody can love you, but that don't mean they'll get two shits about you.
That's true.
But I'm talking about real, genuine love. Mm-hmm. We living in some. It's different, man. It can get kind of.
It's different. Weird. And what I was just gonna say, I just wanted to butt in. Now, as far as me understanding, because I definitely understand when people be like, "You're going down memory lane." Because if you keep talking about what it used to be and you ain't trying to put nothing to the table as far as doing it now, then why are you still steady talking about it? Mm-hmm. Like you just reminiscing. But you're not doing nothing to improve. You feel me?
And it starts with yourself as well, and it starts with other people. But in these times right here, man, shit. Okay, what you gonna bring? First they don't say what they bring first. They ask what you gonna bring, and they look at what you gonna bring. They're like, okay, I'm gonna get black eyed peas, huh? Motherfucker, I'm sitting here about all this thing. You gonna get what? That leaves all.
Hey, but who that would do that? Even when I threw parties,
I'm gonna drink my wine.
Even when I threw parties here for you, people brought things.
Yeah, maybe I'm just old exaggerating. I don't think I am. I might be a little tipsy, but I know what I'm talking about.
You do, because you talking about people that don't give a dang about nobody. That just
stingy motherfucker. That might be me. No,
my god.
Hey, that was the old me though. I ain't stingy now, but it just you got beat me halfway. Goddamn, you ain't about to sit here. I'm sitting here paying $30 or $60, but food high. Mm-hmm. Hey, you sit here gonna bring some goddamn beer, motherfucker. You better go get you some grilled chicken. That's what we cooking on the grill, or man, come on, man, don't be like that.
Okay, so you agree now. See, a while ago you said you didn't agree with nobody bringing some. So you agree that people need to bring some, right? Say yes.
Photo picture. Yeah, I'll admit it.
So you agree that people need to bring stuff when you're invited to a party, to a function. I feel like you do. I feel like you need to bring something. That's just how I feel.
Only way if I ask if I need something, if I really need. Other than that, bring yourself. My ass, I come from a drinking family. I tell you bring some damn beer or something. That's all, If you don't want to share it, bitch, I got my own shit. But bring your own beer though, cause I ain't got that much alcohol. I'm stingy when it comes out my alcohol.
Yes, he is.
Bring you some beer, man. You know, if I really need something, especially if it's my household, I'm going to have most of the things. Now, if I really need something that you don't bring it, you can't come. I ain't gonna say that. That's kind of foul.
See, you said if they don't bring something, they can't come.
That's loyalty.
See, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like you should bring something. It's
only
loyalty.
if I ask. We
only
ask too much now.
Okay.
We call, make all these plans. It's like, Dale, you sit here, made up the party, cookout. Why the fuck I gotta sit here and bring something because this is your idea, which is the greatest thing, and you should bring stuff. But
I agree with that.
Why every time we go to a cookout, you don't have no cookout? Anything is anything. I get it. You know what?
Go ahead. Say what you feeling.
It brings division.
What brings division?
Family. When it comes out of cookouts and
Okay.
stuff like that. Because I feel like certain family members be acting funny. And certain family members know how they certain family, and instead of talking face to face about it, we assume.
So that is the difference in today's time and back in the early 2000s. It's funny acting and stuff now. It's like they expect you to already be up to par, or they'll talk about you behind your back because they know you're not.
Soon you walk out that damn door, everybody feeling good. Mama, cousin, sister, everybody talking about each other. Excuse the noise. Everybody talking about each other.
But one thing
because they ain't bring nothing, but you having a good time with them though.
And I know y'all may agree. So comment below if
y'all
pull your
sister, pull your auntie to the side and let them know, hey, you know, next time, bring something. What you be? You ain't coming next time you acting like that. Watch on your store how we do now all on the internet. And we ain't had that back then. We did, but we won't be heavy on technology what it is. Let's just get back to who we used to be.
Because people will use you. They'll invite you just because they know you're going to do everything.
We live in a different time, but everybody don't have money like they used to.
That's true.
We live in a different time.
But they should. But some people can beg to differ, babe. It's some people that is on the wealthier side of the fence.
Sometimes you got to be that way though, because people will, our family they know you getting money. They know you'll bring everything.
But I'm not. Yeah. But I'm not talking about that in particular.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. So what I'm about to say is, what about the people that's wealthy? Certain people don't understand what we're talking about. Because they're more wealthier, so they don't got these problems that we talking about. We just talking about from our experience.
Shit, they don't. It's funny acting wealthy people too. Don't separate. That's what's wrong with it now. What they trying to divide us. This shit ain't got nothing to do with no poor or rich. This shit got something to do with funny acting people.
You right. Okay, so we just strictly talking about the funny actingness from then and now. Okay, so I respect it.
Back then, it won't like that. Back then, man. Even if you didn't bring that, come on.
Yeah, I remember that.
Come on.
It was a great grand
Who coming?
time.
Who coming? Bring the children. Come on. Kids in the back room playing with the balloons, and while we cutting up, drinking, we couldn't even come in the living room. Now, well, you got kids hanging with the grown folk and. Hey, we live in this day.
And now that the kids done got older, because, you know, we were the kids back in the early 2000s. And we were having it made. Our era was lit. But now that the kids are older, we got to continue the legacy. All right, y'all. That's it. We'll see y'all in the next one. Wow.